went from boy to a man, wow. Opposition had to stand down, man, I had to make the perfect plan, now I'm on the way. I had to fight for the...
What's happening, everybody? And special what's up to my team killers, my killers of teams. Hope you guys are all doing good. We got something kind of new for you. It's not really new, but it's new to the free section, and it's not a PS Plus, so it's going to be there for more than the month. It's Final Fantasy Dissida. Now, this is a weird game. It's good, but it's weird. Now, if you had to put it into a category, it would kind of go into an arena action fighting game, I guess. But like I said, it's free, so we can download it, try it out, and put it into whatever category we want, even the garbage. Or on top of a mantle, in case we love it. But there's one thing about this, is we got to be careful, because it's a trap.
I'm so happy because I'm a gummy bear, gummy bear. Fucking
Yeah, like that. But not only for your ankles, it's actually going to come up for your hip-waist area, wherever you keep your wallet or purse. If you keep your debit card on the back of your phone and you got it in one of your chest pockets, oh man, watch out for your shoulders, taking the whole campsite with it. Now, before I actually talk about what the trap is, I'm going to talk just a little bit about the game, because I'm not doing a full actual review on this, a test of 5. Now, if you guys want that, you kind of have to ask for it, but I'm just glossing over. I'm telling you about the freeness, and I'm telling you about the dangers. So let's start with what the game actually gives you in this free version. Now, in the free version, there is 4 characters that you're allowed to play with. Now, I'm not sure if it's Sony or if it's Square Enix, but each week they're going to change up and let you use a different 4 characters. Now, in the game, there are 34 characters. There are a lot of Final Fantasy guys that you can be able to get your hands on. A lot of favorites, like all of these guys from old to new. You're going to see people like Noctis, Lightning, Cloud, Yuna, Zadine, Squall, who else? Kuja. There's a few judges in there. Of course, Sephiroth, Ultimisia, that weird clown guy, and Jet. He's on the bad guys team, although I'm not sure he's a bad guy. But there's going to be a ton of Final Fantasy guys and a whole bunch of powers and everything that comes with it. So you can get ready for magic sword teleport throwing, or magic cards, scythes, pole arms, fireballs, a ton of stuff. It's the Final Fantasy world put into an actual fighting game. It's pretty cool. They do a really good job of having the summons. They just come in and kick ass. It's a 3-on-3 battle, or 3-on-4. If you call the summon, he's there as big as he should be, and he's just running amok on your team or running amok with your team. It's actually pretty good. And this story, it's not a typical Final Fantasy story. It's not going to carry on forever. It's, there's a good girl and a bad guy. The bad guy wants to take over everything. Absolutely everything. So he pulled bad guys from different realms and times and universes and yada yada. And the girl did the exact same thing with good guys so they could fight and save the Omniverse. Like, who cares? Let's just get to fighting. So this is the game. The game itself it's got a bunch of modes online. It's a pretty good game. It looks good. It moves nice. The graphics don't go crazy with the blurs. And once you get a hang of it, because like I said, it's weird. Once you get a hang of it, it's kind of fun. But that's where the problem starts. Because like I was saying before, and I couldn't say it better, who's that? General Akbar? I don't know. The fish from Star Wars. You know this guy. He says it best.
It's a trap!
Now, I don't care how corny that was. It's the truth. It might be that big of a trap. Now, out of the 34 different characters that you get in this game, you're really only allowed to play with 4. Now, I'm not sure if it's Square Enix or if it's a PlayStation Store, but each week they choose 4 characters for you to play with. And the next week they're going to choose 4 different ones. Now, if you're a cheap guy like me, you downloaded the free one and you play with the first 4 characters that you did. Now, if you were lucky, I got to play with one of my favorite characters. Now, by the second week, I'm a little bit better, actually good at the game, but now I can't play with my favorite character anymore. That starts to get me thinking about going to buy the game. So this is one of the first steps of the trap. Like the characters you can see but can't choose, there are modes that you can see but can't choose. The only mode you're allowed to play in the free trial version, I'm calling it a trial version, is the arcade. Now there's technically 3 different modes in arcade, but 2 of them are exactly the same with different conditions, and the one that is different isn't really that different, so 1.5. Now, I went to the PlayStation Store to see the price because, like I said, I'm in week 2 and I want to know if I could play with Cloud again. Now, it's $40 in the PlayStation Store. It's gone down to half price. I noticed that the Season's Pass is $40 as well. I thought it was odd that the Season's Pass costs as much as the game. When I did some more investigating, I realized that there is 111 add-ons for this game. 111, I shit you not, guys, I'm not lying, I didn't see it wrong. I said to myself, there's no way the Season's Pass can have 110 items in it, but I'm going to check. Turns out it has 6 extra characters, 2 costumes for each character, and 2 weapon sets for each character. Shit. So, there are 110 different items for guys. Suits. Mostly alternate costumes and weapons. I think maybe they're cheap. Nope, cheapest thing's about $3. The average thing is $8. And there's over 14, I stopped counting, there's over 14 things that are $26 and above. Now I know what you're thinking. Don't be an idiot, Kills. Just don't buy 111 things. Why do you need everything? Well, if you don't know, the Final Fantasy franchise tends to be a little expensive. I don't think there's a game that's come out that hasn't had 3 to 5 collector's editions. For example, Final Fantasy 15, the last one that came out, great game, loved it, nowhere near the most popular. Its Ultimate Collector's Edition was selling for $270 Canadian before shipping and handling and tax. They made 30,000 copies of it and it sold out in under 30 minutes. Now, of course, there are more copies if you want to go buy one, and it hasn't dropped a cent. It's an expensive franchise, and if you're a fan of it, we know this. So, you get accustomed to spending about $100 minimum on your Final Fantasy game. So to spend a few sets of 8 it's not that crazy. But most Final Fantasy fans have been here for the long ride, so we got more than one favorite character. This is where the trap gets deep. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Just don't buy anything, which makes perfect sense. And the fact that you can see the characters, but you can't play them. You can see the modes, but you can't have them. You can see the other summons, but you can't get at them. So, unless the computer uses them to kick your ass. That's not really dirty. That's good business. I understand that. But these extra characters and some of these extra weapons are better than the weapons that are in the game. It's going to make a difference if you buy some of these things. Well, that's why I stopped playing the Dragon Ball Z Fighter, because those extra characters were way better than the ones that are in the game. You had Broly, you're going to win that match. So, this is what I'm saying that you guys need to watch out. Now, it's free. If you don't have gambling issues, and you're strong-willed, or you're super cheap like me, download it, try it out, play it, have fun. It's a good game. You're going to have a blast in it. The game itself is not bad. But the trap is real, guys. You need to watch your wallets. You need to be careful. Now, I could go on forever, but I feel like I've gone on too long already. So I hope this has helped. I really do. I want you guys to see what's going on. It's like I said before, if you want to testify, if you want me to really break this game down, because like I said, it's good. If you want to see the different things that are going on in here, let me know, and I'll spend only the $40, get the full game, and give you a real test of 5 once I've played it through fully. But unless I see that, that's the end of this. Have fun, be careful, and remember, just keep gaming.
Yeah, we are the queen of the streets. We don't accept the defeat. We keep on going until we win. Yeah. All of them weak in the knees. Hearing headlights when they freeze. But we keep on going until we win. Yeah.
That wasn't bad at all.